Susul. Welcome back to Under the Plumbob Podcast. This is a podcast about all things related to the EA Maxis series of games called The Sims. As you know, this is Team Cowplant. I'm Marissa.
Hi, I'm Vanity.
And I'm Ava.
That was so seamless, guys.
I know, right?
That's us pros.
It's almost like we rehearsed this or something.
Oh, no. Hello, people, friends, countrymen, somewhat countrymen, whatever. Hi, we're excited to be announcing this.
Under the Plumbob Podcast is getting merch.
Not only that, but we are also launching a Patreon site.
I feel like I should have saved my boom for that part, but I didn't. It's okay. Why are we doing this, you may ask?
Well, we want a chance to interact with you, our listeners, more frequently and all in one place, Simulation Nation.
Patreon has a Discord server for all levels.
That means you can chat with us. What? So we have 3 levels for you to try out to start. But after we launch, we want to hear from you. Like, if you're like, I don't like this whole Top Hat Money level, I want to give you more. I want to just be Moneybags McGillicuddy. That's cool.
Yeah, let us know what you think, what you want to see, any of it. You can email us from our website or join the Patreon and tell us via Discord.
Tier 1 is at $1 a month, and it's called the Broke Newbie Family. Welcome to the family. We won't judge your crappy shower or stove. Just don't burn the house down. Hashtag stoves for vanity. The perks of the Broke Newbie Family tier is an invitation to our private Discord server where you can chat with the team, participate in polls, regular challenges, and who knows what else the future holds. Social media shout out. So you'll let us know what your preferred platform is and the name you want to use. And we can also include your username or your gallery handle if you want that included.
Tier 2 for $3 a month is called Illuminati Confirmed. Congratulations, you did the legwork. You set up the conspiracy bulletin board. You got the red yarn. Now you know for sure there is an Illuminati, and you're in it. The perks include all the Tier 1 perks Marissa just mentioned, plus bonus recordings. They're going to happen at least once a month. They're going to include bloopers, interviews, little mod reviews for, smaller mods, and anything else sim related. So stay tuned.
So if you're feeling a little generous, Tier 3 is $5 a month. That's that top hat money, y'all. Brush off that top hat and monocle. It's your time to shine, especially if you're from New Jersey. I mean, just saying. Right. Perks. All of the stuff you got above. So Illuminati Confirmed and the Broke Newbie. Also, you get a free sticker. Woohoo! Not that kind of woohoo, just a regular woohoo.
Chill with the woohoo.
Off-topic recordings means rants, raves, gaming, or real-world focused. So you might get to hear Ava rant about her EA love or hate. Mm-hmm. And something featuring your requests, possibly featuring your sim self or a custom build to be determined.
We know a lot of shows ask for your feedback before launching, but we had to hash out the basics with our team first.
And we just love surprises. Happy July, y'all!
Happy July!
Woo! We hope you join us on our Patreon. Feel free to check out our website, patreon.com/plumbobcast for more information. Now, back to the real world.
Bye!
Bye! Yeah. Oh, get your drinks, guys. Get those drinks going. Because it's a Cowplant episode. You gotta have your drinks. Whatever you want. If you would like booze, put some booze in that. If it's booze 30, I don't know what time it is. I don't know your life. You can do what you want.
Oh, but it's definitely booze o'clock where I am.
Booze o'clock.
It could be booze o'clock, but it's kind of Sunday and it's before noon, so...
That's mimosas. Mimosas.
Truth. Mimosas, but I'm drinking coffee. I don't think you should put champagne in your coffee.
We have been drinking since this morning. We've been celebrating my grandmother's birthday over at my parents' house, and we had like a seafood platter.
Oh.
And of course, there was wine involved. I didn't take any because I was on the bike, and I have to cycle in a straight line.
Don't drink and cycle. Happy birthday, Ava's grandma.
She's the one who makes me the gerbil soup.
Yay!
I like that you just have admitted now there's just a gerbil soup.
I'm just not like, look, I'm gonna lean into it because I know that's what it's gonna be. That's always what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the gerbil soup.
It's a gerbil soup. Yeah. Okay. So technically, that might have been your first drink if you wanted to go ahead and go with.
Just line them up. Right.
Start lining them up. We're about 2 minutes in. Line it up. Okay. All right. So today's episode is about the 10K challenge.
10K starter challenge. It's a building challenge.
Which means that we shouldn't have done
it. Yeah. This was kind of hilarious. I mean, I definitely see why we got this because, it's just, I'm super anal and competitive and weird about building. Vanity doesn't really like building.
Not the slightest.
And I have Ava, who just didn't do the challenge.
Look, I take after my mother, as in we both have involuntarily very expensive taste. I just knew this challenge wasn't feasible for me. I didn't even bother.
The hard part for me was the no CC. That's like their big thing, is like you cannot have CC in this challenge, which is custom content. And it's true because a lot of my custom content, like pictures, are like $1 or $5 or whatever. So that was annoying, because I could have made it so much cuter if I could use custom content, but no.
I mean, the hardest part for me was the fact that I don't like the shitty mic. I don't like the shitty toilet. I don't like the shit. I feel like I was making a house that no one was going to live in, because I'll be damned if my sim lived in that house. So I don't know. Also, I thought I was doing well, and then I looked down and I was like, okay, you spent too much monies. You know what I mean? Like, I thought I was doing well, and then I wasn't, because I would get down, I would be like done with like 2 rooms, and I'd have no more dollars because I put my simoleon amount, like I backwards mother loaded, I guess, or anti mother load.
You did it cheap where you type in money and then just did $10,000.
Yeah, so I only had that much money, and so I'm decorating because I don't want the house to look like shit. I mean, I could just, the minimum requirements, by the way, just so you guys know, are 1 sink, 1 toilet, and a shower, bath, whatever, a dining table, 1 chair, 2 kitchen counters, a stove, a fridge, a trash can, a bed, and a sofa. So legit, if you just do those things, you can be done.
Yeah.
Theoretically. But then your house just looks like shit.
And it's not really livable. Like, if you're doing a challenge, if you're going to play that house, you need a bookcase, you need a TV or some kind of computer, because the Sims have to do that for their work. So, I mean, I guess you could go to like a library and stuff like that, but come on, who's leaving that?
Not in real life, not in sim life. I'm not leaving my house. So that was a big challenge for me. Also, I have my favorite things, like the things that I always use, and I couldn't use them because they're all like the most expensive stuff, because I don't give a crap and I build houses and I mother load the hell out of it. I'm like, take all my money.
Yeah, and like the floor plan for me was hard because me, I don't want to just build a square. And this house is pretty boxy because I was working off of an inspiration picture, and the inspiration picture, it was just the front of a house, and it was just a big box. So I tried to, finesse it a little bit, but yeah, the floor plan was hard. I had to play test it a ton because I would use the Alt key and like have move objects on so I could place objects outside of the grid. And so I would put things places, and like the Sim couldn't get to the chair because it was like too close to the wall, they couldn't put stuff on the counter. It was like a huge thing. So that was most of it, honestly. It was once I got the floor plan down, it was just moving the furniture around so that the Sim could actually walk around the house because it's so tiny.
I don't build houses. Like I don't like we discussed this at the very in the episode about the amalgam of rooms because
Yeah.
I just put shit down and it's why I really love that the little already decorated room thing.
Mhm.
But so it was a box. It literally was a box of a box on the side, the box over. I don't build. This is why I was an architect, Mom. This is it right here.
Not just because I also can't draw, but mostly this.
I mean, that's a small factor, okay?
The passion was there. The ability was not. Mom.
I just wanted that cool desk that architects get.
Oh yeah, the one that tips.
It's slanted. Yeah. Yeah.
I want that desk. I'm like, can I have it anyway?
I wish they would bring that back. They had that in Sims 2, and that was so cool. I think it was the Hobbies expansion pack. Oh.
They had it in Sims 3 too, and their Get to Work Sims 3, whatever that was.
Oh, yeah.
We had those in art class in school.
Your school's fancy.
Not really fancy because they were falling apart, but there were there in the art classrooms because we had.
Oh shit!
Are you okay?
Okay. Side note, guys, I was staring out the window, looking out in the lovely little trees. I turned my head, and my roommate's fucking standing in the dining room like a damn horror movie. She scared the shit out of me. And she's just standing there, and then I say to my, oh shit, she laughs and creeps away.
I like your roommate. I like her.
I like your roommate.
To be fair, if anyone ever did that to me, I'd probably throw the computer at them.
I know.
I'm glad my coffee cup was not in my hand. All of this was just rude. There you go. And now she's just chuckling in the kitchen. She's pouring coffee. She's going to go, I fucking can't with this girl.
Your roommate is literally all of the listeners just chuckling, making their coffee.
Oh man, I think I've mentioned her twice now. I also mentioned her in the Simlet episode, and so she felt like she had to listen to it because I mentioned her name, and I was like, or you can just listen to it because I told you to. Be a listener, support me.
Man, don't even get me started. My mother, I told her 100 times, hey, I'm in this podcast. Are you going to listen? Yeah. Put the podcast up on my phone. I'll listen to it. And she dug out her headphones and everything. This was months ago. And yesterday, I just asked her, so, hey, what do you think of the podcast, by the way? And she was like, the what? You know the podcast that I'm in? The one you said you'd listen to? The one I put the podcast up on your phone for? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. End of conversation. I was like,
End of conversation. Thanks, Mom. My mom lives in a different state, so when I was like, oh, I'm in a podcast, she was like, what's a podcast? And I'm like, okay, this conversation's over. I can't even help you further.
Yeah.
What's a podcast?
I will say that last night
I
was at my friend's housewarming party, and I definitely mentioned this podcast, and I was like, yeah, I gotta do a podcast in the morning, and they're like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, it's for The Sims, and 17 heads were like, I play The Sims, and I was like, oh, do you? Listen.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
New listeners.
We're gonna find you guys in the wild. They're gonna make you listen to our podcast. BTW, go ahead and drink. That's number 2.
Yep.
Anyway, what was I saying before she scared the shit out of me? I don't remember.
Ava was talking about her classroom that had those architect tables.
Which was also a tangent.
Oh, yeah.
So
my art classroom had architect tables. The end.
So, let's bring it back.
Bring it back.
We're talking about the 10K Starter Challenge. We actually got some great tips off of Sims Online. And I mean, this is kind of what I do when I build anyway, but we'll read them. So, from Sims Online, they say to place the furniture first so you can tweak layouts without having to demo walls. And plus, that way you don't build too many walls and have to get rid of them, and it messes with the price. I didn't do this, But I mean, that's a really good idea. I probably should have done that. It would have saved myself a lot of wall deleting. But hey, that's cool. So now you guys know.
Wall deleting.
Enlarge objects. So I'm pretty sure you have to have move objects on for this. But you just click on an item and press the bracket keys on your computer. And one bracket key makes the object get smaller, and one of the bracket keys makes the object get bigger. So for example, if you have that small flat screen TV you want to use in the house, you can make it bigger so that way it looks like a big flat screen TV. And the TV still works just fine, doesn't matter what size it is. So that's something.
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought
feel
of
like
that.
everything in my house would look like clowny, cartoony, because I wouldn't be able to it just would look. I would oversize it.
Yeah, you definitely have to. It's the best for like the TVs and carpets. I use it a ton for carpets. So for example, in my house, I did that $15 City Living like art canvas. That's a rug, and it's really small, but I made it bigger, or I made it smaller. I don't remember, but I changed the size of it to look like just a cute rug. You know what I mean? So there's paintings is another thing. You can get like a small cheap painting and make it bigger so it looks like a bigger painting. I don't know. You can kind of play with that stuff.
Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
You can't do it with mirrors though. That's the only problem. If you do it with mirrors, the mirror part stays the same size. The frame just gets bigger and smaller. So that's what I figured out.
Huh.
Yeah, so you can't. I mean, you can do it with mirrors. It just looks really stupid.
Yeah. I can sort of see why there would be limitations, though. I mean, you can't just really have someone walking into your home going like, "Welcome to my home. Here's my giant coffee pot."
Yeah, exactly. Like,
would you like some coffee? If I'm my giant coffee pot into my giant mug and sit on my giant chairs.
Oh, it's like one of those novelty wine glasses, like the really big ones.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
All I can think of is like Alice in Wonderland when she gets real small, so she like has to sit in that.
And you can do that. You can do that in The Sims. You can make like a giant house and have your Sims wander around. It's pretty cool.
That reminds me of The Sims 3. Do you guys remember that store set, that Alice in Wonderland themed store set? It had like
I never
it had like a giant end table that like a really tall end table with a just like a lamp on it. That was actually a standing lamp, but it looked like an end table, like a really tall end table with a little lamp on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I love that.
I love it.
I wish we could do something. Could you be able to do something like that? Would that be a thing you could do?
I don't know.
Make things
a big house at the tiny sim. I don't know. Would anything be usable though?
Probably not. But I kind of want to try that now.
Probably not. Yeah, that should be a challenge. That's the next Cowplant challenge. We called it making a giant Alice in Wonderland house and seeing if the Sims can actually use anything.
Do it.
Giant house, and then you make a tiny house. I want to like just not like a tiny house, like you live in a house that's like
literally
this
everything's
house,
small.
like a tiny
Everything's
house.
tiny.
Everything's small. Yes. Everything is tiny.
Their other tip on Sims Online is to use curtains for realism and as wall decor. I didn't put curtains in because I was running out of money, but that's something you can do. I also feel like curtains are expensive, so I don't even know if that's a good idea. But anyway, so there's that.
I cannot use curtains though. Like whenever I build anything or decorate anything and there's no curtains, it just, I don't know. I just have this feeling like everybody could just look straight into my house. I need curtains.
Ooh, like in You. Did nobody watch You on Netflix with old Gossip Girl dude?
No, the whole concept of that show terrifies me.
Dude, but she lived in New York City in a ground floor apartment, which she had no job. So how did she pay for it? The fuck if I know. But I mean, it was a nice apartment too, especially for New York City. And she had no fucking curtains. Like she is banging dudes on with no curtains. She's walking around in her panties. No, I'm like, this is why you have a stalker. This is why you have a stalker. Because girl, where are your curtains? Close the fucking curtains. Oh, you don't have any. In New York.
Yeah, like it's not your fault you're being stalked, but don't make it too easy either.
You have no curtains in New York in
you don't have curtains, period. Just have
what
curtains.
Is your problem? It's not her fault for being stalked, but kind of in that show, she was really stupid. Like so that she was real dumb, like basic dumb. But like,
Yeah, but that's like TV show dumb though. You can't really blame her. That's how she was written. That's the writer's fault.
Oh yeah, she was real TV show dumb. That's how she was written.
That's the writer's fault, not her fault.
Like Jessica, was it Jessica Rabbit? Like,
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn this way.
Ooh. No, but really, like seriously, get curtains, guys, in Sims and in real life. If nothing else, yeah, it just blocks the sun from waking you up. Like, just be better, do better. No sun.
Real talk. Get the right kind of curtains, for the love of God, because when I used to still live at home, we had so basically our garden, and then in the end of our garden was the end of the garden of the house behind us, and we could like see the back of the house that was behind us. And there was a young girl who lived there, and she had these, I don't know, kind of like bamboo slatted blinds. And, they were great for covering up your window, except when you turned on the goddamn light when it was dark outside, you could see right through them. It was like goddamn paper. And she used to do this thing where she would like undress and do this sexy dance in front of the mirror every goddamn night. It was like right around dinner time. So me and my parents would just like be, sitting there having dinner. And we saw the light come on and we were like, oh my God, showtime. It's like, that's horrible. Crazy. Horrible.
Hashtag awkward. Hashtag take another drink.
So awkward.
This got real. This turn left was number 4 at 18 minutes. Go. We are gonna get drunk today.
That's crazy. I usually put curtains in my real life houses and in my sin houses, but we couldn't use CC, and I wasn't about to drop like a couple $100 on curtains. You know what I mean? Like, because I have a couple of CC curtains that are pretty cheap, but I can't freaking use them. So
my favorite.
No, curtains are expensive.
My favorite curtains are the ones from Parenthood. Which is one of the reasons why I won't delete that pack from my game. Because I hate children. But
the one with all the bubble?
No, the one that it's like the it's like the long curtain rod and the two like little loopy.
Yeah, the loopy ones.
I like those.
I like those.
I like those a lot.
Those
and they make me so happy, and I use them in all my houses. Except in this one because they cost too much. This house was so expensive.
Man, I moved into my real life apartment 3 years ago, and I still haven't bought curtains because they're so fucking expensive.
Wait, we just went on a rant about curtains and you don't have any?
You have blinds though, right?
I have blinds,
Yeah, so you're good.
But I need curtains to keep the heat out because in summer that shit gets hot. No, my apartment's really well insulated, but still.
Yeah.
This is actually relevant though because my apartment is tiny.
Yeah, you could have just made your apartment.
That's another reason I couldn't do the tiny house challenge because I want space because I live in a shoebox.
My apartment's pretty big, so I'm okay. But also what I did not do, because I should have opened the show notes and thought about it, was do the BB show hidden objects. So I can, because that's not cheating.
Yeah.
Well, that is cheating, but it's not cheating because if you're using the hidden objects that the game gave you, not like your CC. Because I actually, for this challenge, so I wouldn't accidentally do CC, I turned it off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like I turned off my CC for this save. Like I didn't have it on. That way it wasn't in my stuff because sometimes you don't really forget because you can tell because it looks different. But like I just didn't even want the
temptation. The option.
The temptation to put that in my because I have so much clutter. CC that would make the house look super cute. Because after our clutter episode, I went on a tangent and I just had so many cluttery things.
Well, that's what's nice about BB show hidden objects. So basically, my house is filled with debug items. So what you do is you open the cheap bar, which is Shift Control C. A little text box will come up at the top of your screen. You type in the letters BB dot show hidden objects. Click enter. It'll say like hidden objects cheat is on or whatever. Click Control or Shift Control C again. Get rid of the text box. You go to the text box down at the bottom of the screen where you're searching for like paintings or beds or whatever, and you type in debug. When you start typing in debug, you'll see it has like asterisk, asterisk, debug, asterisk, asterisk. Click just any one of those, all has the same name. That opens up the items. So you'll just see a ton of different items that you've never seen before, like books and cups and pots and pans and roses and like all the Strangerville hidden objects, like all of the unlockable things, like the trophies and plaques or whatever for completing different things, like knives, forks, like literally everything, little books and pens and paper and stuff like that. So and they're all like $0, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And like I even got a couple of trees for like $0 or $20 or whatever, and just made them bigger or smaller depending on where it was. So a lot of my landscaping was from the debug catalog.
Girl, you all out. You landscaped? Because I
Yeah.
sure did.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, ooh, we gonna do this house. And then I got mad when I got to the bedroom because I love like the Get Famous bedroom furniture stuff.
Yeah.
Like that closet that's open.
Mm-hmm.
That he has like the shoes that you can, like, I really love that. I was just mad. By the time I got to bedroom, I was just mad. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I went back to one of my other sayings. I was like, I'm gonna play this game.
Like, look, I can get like a shit ton of money, like literally at the click of a button, and I'm not allowed to use it. Like, what the fuck is this?
It was definitely a challenge. Like, if you're like us and you just build the best house and you find that boring, I think I did not like this challenge, but I liked this challenge. It forced me to really think about floor plans, which isn't something I really think about because usually I have plenty of space to build whatever I want, you know? Also, because I was working off of a inspiration picture, I kind of had to like put a door that I normally wouldn't have put, or put a roof that I normally wouldn't have done, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I had to kind of play with it a little bit more, so it kind of got that challenge puzzle making stuff that I love. It like got my brain going and I was doing all this stuff. The show hidden objects is amazing. I do that in all of my builds, but I think what's nice about show hidden objects is that it helps you kind of create your person. It helps you think about who you want to live there. And so when I was making the house, it's so cramped and so tiny, and you have to like walk around furniture just to get to the door, and everything's on top of each other. And so I like filled the kitchen with like a fire extinguisher on top of the fridge and like random pieces of paper everywhere. And I kind of just like imagine this girl that just was working all the time, and maybe she's like a detective or a scientist or a doctor or something, and just does not have time at home, doesn't have like any money, but she's still really like creative and smart, but she just does not care about her house and just got the cheapest house because she doesn't have money, and you know what I mean, just left papers everywhere, and she's like a genius, so she just writes things down. I put like little like pen and paper, like a pad of paper. I put a couple of those around the house, so if she just thought of a new idea, she could just write it down really quick, you know. Like that's why I like the BB show hidden objects, because it forces you to kind of make decisions about who you want to live in. I
always do that anyway. Like,
so I thought that was kind of fun.
I do that mailing task. Like, I'll be like, okay, I want this person to have this storyline. This is what so then I tailor all their outfits and then like their courses, like their aspirations, then their traits, as opposed to what I want them to be. And then I move them into I try to find a house that fits what I want, that I don't have to build. It's my life. But I like that you said, you know, I like that you're like, oh, like, yeah, leaving things around on the film means you're just so scatterbrained, you're so creative, because that makes me feel better about my house, and that I just leave my shoes everywhere, and I'm just so creative. Yeah, that's it.
There's so many other things to think about.
I'm just so busy.
It's true though. Yeah, I was kind of thinking like a scientist lived there because they have to have the breakthroughs. So I liked the idea of that, like, oh, when they're having breakthroughs, like when they wake up and they have a breakthrough, like even though they can't use the pen and paper, it's just kind of a fun idea to think like, oh, they write down the breakthrough. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just thought it was cute.
No, that's adorable, and I like that idea. And you're so much better at life because I'm just like, well,
no,
like actually,
let me say I'm incredibly anal. And like the other nice thing is that when you're forced to not be able to use like expensive wallpapers and floors and stuff like carpet or wood, I just did plain wood throughout the whole floor. And when I first started building, I noticed it was like all black and white, and I was thinking, oh, if I make it all black and white, it'll feel bigger. But it felt like an insane asylum because it was so small. And I was like getting claustrophobic just like making the house. So I went through and like changed the color of the walls. And so each room kind of had a little bit of a kind of a color scheme, but not really. So like when you walk in, there's like kind of aqua walls, but it has like a peach couch. So it's like all the colors are kind of like it's not super matchy, but it still kind of works. And like the bedroom is pink walls, but like a blue bed. But it's all kind of soft pastel colors. You walk in, it feels very peaceful and soft colors, soft light. You know, I don't know.
Because in my head, that did not seem peaceful. In my head, that seemed like just like my worst nightmare. Pink walls and a blue blue bed made me feel weird.
No, it's the it's not the blue bed. It's the the City Living bed that's like a futon, and it's like a black base, like a black wood base, and it has like a black and white bedding and like blue pillows.
Yeah.
That one with like soft pink walls. I don't know. I thought it was kind of cute, but maybe it's not. Who knows?
I don't know. It's probably super cute, but in my head, I'm going like worst case scenario, and it seems awful in my head. That's just because that's how my brain goes, and if I think of like pink walls, I think of why do you hate me, mother?
Yeah, I did put it on the gallery under the Plumbob Podcast and Plumbob Pod and Marissa Builds and 10K Starter Challenge, blah 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 blah. So, man, it was really fucking hard. It was really fucking hard.
BTW, like all of our what's it called? That our team builds I think they are uploaded on the gallery. So don't you worry. It'll be there. I'm staring. Okay. All right. So I'm looking at your house. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. I'm not offended. I was offended at first. The outside of your house is beautiful, Marissa. I love it so much. That car is hilariously great.
Isn't that funny?
But I will also say that I don't wear white anything. Like if I like my roommate put on white pants one day, and I was like, "Girl, you're brave." No. Like, especially because I wear brown makeup, and so I'm just like, "Oh no. What if I touch my face to touch my pants? What if I touch the walls? What if I touch like?" And then if I wear a white shirt, I get real paranoid. Like the whole day, I'm like, I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna eat a sandwich, a dry sandwich, just like meat and cheese and bread. I don't want any sauce on it. Like I get like real paranoid.
Yeah.
So I just don't do it for my own sanity.
Now you're looking at this picture of my house. Imagine that all white and like black and white furniture. Like I left the bathroom kind of black and white, but that's how the whole house was. And I was like, I can't do this. This is like, I'm uncomfortable. So I had to throw color in there.
All right, so hey, Ava, you want to read about Roxy's tips and her houses?
Well, Roxy actually made a couple of houses, and she also let us know that if you want some random inspiration, you can use random packs. Sim Supply has a generator on the site, which we will probably put down into the description. So basically, I think like picks random packs, expansions packs, stuff packs that you then have to use the furniture from, so you're limited to those, which could make it a little more interesting, I suppose.
Especially if you're like if you're like me who just uses the same stuff over and over and over again, and I realized that when I did the room challenge, I realized that I use the same stuff over and over and over again. So challenges like this and the room challenge force me to explore the what we have, like what else is in there, because I go right to that stove and right to that fridge and right to that bed.
Which is also exactly why I would never do this, because I just no. Just no. No. My fridge.
All your money's in your fridge.
You need your fridge. James Turner, who is the Sim Supply, he also has a random trait generator on his website. So if you're doing like the 100 Baby Challenge, or if you're just not a huge cast person and just want someone to do the picking for you for traits, you can go on his website and pick out random traits, which is super nice.
He has a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
She also says you can also build a tiny house, which makes it a little easier. I'll put a link to my tiny house floor plans in the notes. Was I supposed to read that?
Yeah, in the show notes.
Yeah, in the show notes.
Okay. In the show notes. That's cool. She also says tip. To check the ongoing value of your house, click on the shared gallery button to view the amount and then cancel out.
I feel like
so it does show you exactly how much
she wrote it. So
worth.
What you do is you have the house, and when you want to check how much it is, because for some reason it doesn't live update, which I think is really weird in the info tab, you have to literally go to save this house at the very top when you're playing the game, where you can like delete the lot or whatever. You'll have a save this lot or save this house. You click that, it brings up like the gallery basically. And you can see, the comments. I mean, there's no comments, obviously. You see the house, how the pictures are, all that stuff. And then it'll say the price of the house. So you can actually get the real life price of the house when you do it that way. And you don't have to save it to the gallery. You don't even have to save the lot. It literally just brings up the page for you. So you can just see what the lot costs. And then that's what she means by just exiting out afterwards, because you don't have to share it. You don't have to save it.
Yeah, that is handy. What might be handy, and I will use this to segue into Rebecca's story, if I may. If you do start it, keep the lot value in mind. Because it's all well and good trying to, starting to build your walls and put down your wallpaper and your furniture, but you have to keep in mind that the actual lot price also counts, which is what Rebecca found out. She was
as you're gonna
I'm gonna tell you. Sorry, I just saw my cat doing something from the corner of my eye, and I was like, he is up to shenanigans, but it's okay, he's just stretching, it's fine. So
way to put shenanigans on him when he just wanted to stretch his back out. Jeez, he just wants to do like child's pose and a little yoga in life. And
no, he's no. He's stretching towards the counter, but he does that sometimes. He like stretches, but there's stuff on the counter that he's not supposed to get to. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, you better walk away. But yes, Rebecca, she says, so I was happily making a house and thinking this was super easy until I noticed that I was up to 20,000 simoleons. So I had a bit of a freak out, demolished the house, and pounded for a little, and then started all over again. Honestly, the fact that you picked it back up after that is
same.
A lot braver than me.
That's how I got about halfway through. I was like, fuck it.
Yep, pretty much. So I finally managed to get it together and make it look like something different to a box, which is my normal building style. I think the hardest bit is the layout, to get everything to fit and not feel overly cramped. I managed to get to 9,539 in the end, and for a non-builder, I actually really like it. So do I. The pictures look cute.
I am clapping for you. Good job, Rebecca. Good job.
It is.
Yeah, it's super cute. And she has lots of space, which is so impressive. So, normally the 10K starter challenges are really small houses and really cramped, but hers has tons of space. You don't feel cramped looking at it, which is really nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hers was nice, and it was.
It's like an open
floor plan.
It's really
not
nice.
boxy, but it is like one kind of open. I liked it.
I love how she actually her two separate her house is like two separate parts, two boxes, if you will. But like she put one of them like slightly in front of the other, so it doesn't look like a box as much. It sort of like breaks up the shape. Yeah. I do really like that. And then with the slanted roofs, I'm into it.
It is like this house would look so like she has it in Windenburg, but I think it would look really good in Oasis Springs with that slanted roof, you know?
I feel like we're on HGTV now. We're like, it's an open floor concept with a nice galley kitchen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then Roxy's houses are so colorful. Like her house is like my house, but like saturated. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like she like turned on the color, which is so cool.
They're adorable. Man, what door is that? What front door is that? Because I actually really like that front door.
I think that's a Salvadorada door.
It's super cute.
Because I don't have that door. Yeah.
Oh, so it's from like the, what is that? I don't have that.
Jungle Adventure. You should get it. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have that one.
I know. I want that one.
Dude, I want Spa Day, and I need to go on freaking sale so I can get Spa Day. Hey, EA, can it go on sale, please? I would like Spa Day. Jeez, it's the only pack that I really, because I want the yoga and I want to go to the spa.
Yeah, the yoga's fun.
I know. I'm waiting until when the next expansion pack comes out so I can create a bundle. So,
ooh, well, because like I tried to create a bundle before, but it said I had too many packs.
Yeah, you have to have one expansion pack, one game pack, one stuff pack. You have to have one of each.
Is Spa Day a stuff pack? Or
it's
is it
a stuff pack?
I don't remember.
No, it's a game pack.
Yeah. It's a stuff pack?
So, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really have a lot of stuff packs.
I think, it's a game pack because you get like the new wellness skills and everything go with it.
Don't you get like a new spa or something? Or yoga?
Yeah, the yoga. You get the yoga. You get the sauna. You get the like mani-pedi chair. It's really good.
Ooh, I just really want it.
I was gonna make a bundle the other day, but like for the only stuff pack that they gave me the option for, or game pack that they gave me the option for, was for my first pet stuff. So I was like, no,
Yeah, stuff pack.
No, never.
I have
never
all the expansion packs, so I could never make one. And like, I wanted to make a bundle for Get Famous, so I was all excited, and then a family member got me Get Famous for Christmas, just the individual game, like from Target. I was like, thanks. I was like trying not to be disappointed.
Oh, thank you.
I told them, I was like, oh, I want one of those like Origin, those Origin gift cards where it just is like money on the store, so you can buy anything you want in Origin. That's what I asked for, but I think Dylan told my husband, I think he told them like, or I think, did Dylan get it for me? I don't remember. But like, yeah, he was like, he knew I wanted Get Famous, so he just got me that. I was like, oh, I mean, I loved Get Famous. It was awesome. But I was like, oh, I wanted a bundle. So,
my plans were thwarted by love.
I know, right?
Yeah, because I guess that if I wait for the next expansion pack to come out, by the way, this is kind of a tangent, so you can take like a sip if you want.
Half a sip.
Half a sip. But like, I want to wait for the expansion pack to come out, but I literally don't have anything like. The only thing I have is Spa Day, and then like, what is the Jungle Adventure? Jungle Adventure is also a game pack.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, do you have like Romantic Garden or Perfect Patio? Because that has like the jacuzzi.
The jacuzzis are fun.
So
no, I don't have that one.
That's what I want to do.
The jacuzzis are fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho.
Yeah. Anywho, so I think that's for our. So this was a very small challenge, and it was kind of shitty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to whoever started this challenge. I'm not calling you shitty per se. I'm calling your challenge
I think
shitty.
The challenge is really good. When you read the description, they're like, hey, we're so used to making these amazing houses. Let's challenge ourselves. Let's make a 10K. And there's even a 5K one. Like, they, this is for...
How do you make something livable?
I know. I have no idea.
Like you would be living in a literal box, like a literal cardboard box.
I'm pretty sure you can't. You know what you could do if you have the outdoor retreat?
A tent and an outhouse.
Yeah, like if you have the outdoor retreat stuff pack or game pack that has like the tent and the grill, you could probably do 5K. Like that's the only way, right?
5K campsite.
If one of our beautiful listeners wants to attempt to do a 5K house, please do, and then please post it on social medias and tag us so we can see it.
I know.
Because I would love to see
It's
how
like-
you accomplish that.
It's like a reverse marathon or something. It's like you start with a 5K and work your way up to a 10K, but here you start with a 10K and work your way towards a 5K.
Yeah.
Because that's more
And then you
difficult.
And then you just go 500s and millions. Then what are you going to do?
You get a chair. That's what you do. You get a chair and you sit on it
Get
and
a
you live
chair.
on that chair.
Well, that's basically the rags to riches challenge. Have you guys ever done that? Where you literally just
I have. I did that in The Sims 3. I
Yeah.
loved that challenge.
Sims 3 is easier to do it than
Well,
Sims 4.
That is true because you had like a lot of opportunities. You could just get like a sleeping bag and a tent, and then you had a lot of
You can
opportunity to go
live
like to the
outside.
neighborhood gardens and plant your own little garden, or go to the gym and shower there. And
However, free day on on Sims 4, the free holiday where all the food and stuff is free, that's a good day if you're doing rags to riches to go stock up on food like into your inventory because everything is free.
Yeah.
that's also cool.
I think if you're good, I've never done it because I don't have outdoor retreat. And isn't that part of it that you have to like have the cot and the tent or whatever? I don't know. Anyway, so I've never done it, but I feel like I would want to do it in the what is it called? The city living neighborhood, San Myshuno.
Oh, yeah.
Because of all the festivals and stuff, there's like always food out, and then you can shower at the gym. Like I feel like that would be a good place to do it.
True.
Anywho,
so-
not this episode.
Right. All right, so we have a new segment that I'm not going to
You
name.
can do it, Vanity. We believe in you. We believe in you.
We have a new segment that we are starting, and it's going to be awesome. It's called What Just Happened?
You did it!
Yay! It's where we read your listener stories, where you guys will write into us, which you can do on a number of ways that we'll tell you later. And you tell us about your sim fails because we had such a blast with that episode. So we have sim fails.
Mhm.
This one is from Go Rager 99. This was submitted via Reddit. It said, I was playing The Sims 3 late night. Oh, I love that one. Anyway, and I was talking to a sim trying to become friends with her. What I didn't know was that late night adds vampires to the game. And apparently, ask to turn isn't me asking them to turn in a circle and show off their
no.
outfit as a friendly action. Sorry. And that's the story of how I watched as my sim self was bitten and became a vampire without me realizing it was happening. Oh, sorry, Go Rager. Oh no.
That is hilarious.
Ask to turn is not turn in circles. Oh no.
No.
I think your sim was still smarter than Bella
Classic.
from Twilight.
That was so fun.
Preach.
Yep.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Oh man, hilarious.
Go Rager, that really reminds me of Sims 3. What was the celebrity pack called again?
Superstar?
Where you could have fame? Superstar. No, that was
Showtime.
one.
No, that was 3.
Oh,
it had
Showtime.
Katy Perry.
No.
Was it
Showtime.
Was that,
Sims one,
was
yeah.
that Superstar?
Superstar was Sims 1. So I didn't realize that like reputation was a huge thing in Sims 3 Showtime. So I was playing a girl, and normally I play very like vanilla people who don't cause drama. But I made a girl who was either married or dating somebody. I don't remember. And I was like, oh, well, I'm making her a celebrity, so maybe I'll have her flirt with somebody else. Hoo, hoo, hoo. And she was out in public and like literally just flirted with another sim. And her entire career fell apart. Like I had people calling me, you have a horrible reputation. Like all of her career, like literally everyone stopped being her friend. Everyone hated her. The husband hated her. And the husband was at home, or a boyfriend, I forget who he was, but he was at home, not even in the same lot. It was just, I was literally just sitting back watching my girl's entire
Watching
career
the
fall
world
apart.
burn.
And I was like, literally, I was like, what just happened? What just happened?
How freaking hilarious. Oh, I think we have some corrections. So we have some whoopsies. which is what I feel like calling them at this point. So our whoopsie was from Social Bunny episode 9, released at the end of May. There was some confusion about the...
That was the one I'm on.
Ooh!
That was such
I
a
did
good
like that one.
episode. You talking about the Sims music, and then the editor actually
was
put
amazing.
in the Sims music. I was literally
That was
getting
amazing.
teary-eyed. I was like, this is amazing.
It was pretty bomb. I'm not gonna lie. If you haven't listened to it, you should. But also keep this in mind when we say this. Okay. So there's some confusion about the digitalistic sketchpad. The object was released with the patch 73 in November of 2018 that introduced a style influencer career. So there was like some confusion about when it was released, and that's when it was. So back in the Dizay with the style influencer career.
Yeah, because it's true. And what you said on the episode too, Ava, is you were like, oh, I never really used the digital sketchpad until this freelancer career. And same, I actually forgot it was even
I
in
did
there.
too, I forgot as well until I started using the freelancer careers. So there's that. Whoopsies. So yeah, that was our whoopsie
So here is what you can expect with some of our upcoming episodes. Llama is covering some of the bonus skills offered in Sims 4. You might call them hobbies. Hint, hint, bowling and ice skating. And then Team Cowplant returns with another CC episode devoted to our love of all things IKEA themed.
I missed that. I'm
so
pack.
excited.
Like that pack was so great.
Unfortunately, not sponsored.
Right?
That pack was great. The Sims 2 one.
So
great.
We need that back. Even if it's not IKEA branded, at least like inspired, right?
I know that we're fledgling and also not really trying to do like the whole ads or whatever, but I feel like nobody would be salty if we did an ad for IKEA. So do you want to give me a desk, IKEA?
Look, it's fine. You can even just pay us in meatballs.
You know what? I mean, or those cool little blue bags you can put all your shit in. I mean, I'm down for that as well. Also, okay, so we have decided this. What? Y'all, I don't want to keep calling y'all listeners or like the people who write in. I feel like you guys need like a name, like bobbers, which sounds weird, or the plumbobbies, bobettes, bobbiches.
Plum, sim. I don't know. Simmer, pod listener.
Simmer pod listener.
Sim. Or like something totally random, like something just totally not having anything to do with Sims or podcasts.
What totally random? Call you guys the blue balls? Like,
look. Obviously, we're not very good at this. Help us, please. Just help us, please.
Spiraling, guys. It's spiraling.
Wait, what was that thing? What did Ava call? Hand egg?
The hand eggers. If you say it bad, it sounds really bad.
That sounds so bad. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. That was a bad idea.
I'm crying. Okay.
So am I, but I don't think it's for the same reason.
Oh man. I don't know. Well, okay, so honestly, like a couple of months ago, or whatever weeks, I don't remember. Time doesn't exist. So I was thinking of a name. I'm like, oh, what can we call ourselves? And I was thinking the Plumbellas. And I was like, the Plumbellas is so smart because we're a team of women and we're Plumbellas, blah, blah, blah. So I Googled it, and that's a YouTuber who is an amazing YouTuber, Plumbella. Follow her. She's so funny. Her builds and her cast is amazing. Her storylines are amazing. So I was so glad that I researched that and found her. But at the same time, I was like, like the Plumbellas hers is just Plumbella. But I was like, that would have been such a fun name, Plumbella.
Has anybody ever? Okay, your very last tangent for the thing. Go ahead and take a drink now because it's about to happen. But has anybody ever watched Oron Host Club?
Yes.
Because what is it? The Bellas or whatever. And they go like the Bellas.
Oh God, those ones. The girls' school. God, what are they called? Yes. I know who you
the
mean.
girls' school. That's what
I know who you
Plumbella
mean.
just reminded me of.
What are they called? What are they called?
If you watch Oran Host Club and you know what the girls' school's name was called,
No.
Lulubellas or Libellas or Rubellas or
Lubellios or something like that. Wasn't the leader's name?
yes, Benny something. Oh my gosh, whatever. It was hilarious, and that show is really funny. If you like anime and you have
Lobelia Girls Academy.
If you've never seen Oran Host Club, do yourself a favor, watch it. It is hilarious. Anyway, I watch it like once a year whenever I'm feeling like real down. I watch it so I can laugh.
It's so good.
It's so good. We have some shout outs. Guys, shouting out these people. So we have Jesse's Girl 35 on Apple Podcasts. She said, "My tribe," with the weird emoji face. So glad I found this podcast. I'm a longtime simmer. I like that people say simmer, makes me think of like, simmer down now. Who recently got back into the game after a glitch-filled hiatus. You want to hear about it? Tell us about your glitch-filled hiatus.
Yes.
You guys are funny and also provide great tips on gameplay. Keep up the good work. Oh, thanks, girl.
Oh,
I'm going to assume that those glitches, that glitch-filled hiatus with Sims 3 are related. Just stepped on a limb. Don't get me wrong.
Probably.
I still fucking love The Sims 3, but sometimes just wanted to murder it a little. Just a little.
Okay, do you want me to read this? So, Tim on Apple Podcasts. Yep, Tim on Apple Podcasts. All right. So Tim says, I found my tribe. Listening to Under the Plumbob is basically meeting people from across the world who share your obscure obsessions and having a 90-minute conversation screaming, "Me too!" the entire time.
Same.
Yes. And I am here for it. I have played The Sims since 2000, parentheses, with a slight hiatus due to computer struggles during Sims 3.
Sims 3.
Tim, we get it. And most people in my life have always given me the polite, "Oh, that's nice," / "bless his heart" smile when I mention the game / my storyline / my
Hold on,
spreadsheet.
Tim?
Yes, Tim!
Tim, honey baby, are you from Texas?
Oh.
Bless your heart. Are you from Texas?
I kind of,
or somewhere in the South, maybe Georgia.
I kind of want to see that spreadsheet. Not gonna lie, I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm also interested. Is it like a legacy challenge? Tim, don't leave us hanging.
Ooh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, show us your
Tim, email
spreadsheet.
us your spreadsheet. Email us your storylines. We want to talk to you, Tim. Okay, but these folks are my people. I feel a genuine
camaraderie.
Thank you. With the cat, my dyslexia just like short-circuited on that word. I was like, "There's too many E's." Okay, with the cats, and consider them friends with inside jokes, even though we don't actually know each other.
Aww,
yeah, we do, Tim.
My
Love you.
We do. My gameplay style is reaffirmed, and I discover new ways to play with each episode. In short, the highlights of my week are ranked number 1, the new Under the Plumbob Podcast episode. Number 2, Game of Thrones. Number 3, Payday. Sorry, Tim. Number 3, Payday. We're above Payday? Oh my god.
We're above Payday.
Tim. What? Tim. Thanks for all the hard work your entire team puts in, and thanks for letting us in on the magic and laughs each Wednesday. # sorry, Sarah. Tim from Seattle-ish. Oh, from Seattle-ish.
Oh, from Seattle-ish. By the way, # sorry, Sarah made me laugh so hard.
I know, we read this earlier. Oh my god, Tim.
If you guys don't know why # sorry, Sarah is a thing, go back and listen to our Cats and Dogs episode. I'm not going to warn you why. Just go ahead and listen to it. You're freaking welcome. One of my favorite episodes, honestly. That and the Goth.
That was so funny.
Tim, we are your friends.
Yes, we are.
We're giving you virtual hugs. If you like hugs, if you like a little fist bump, or maybe like a weird with that guy chest thing, like the guy thing where they pat their backs or whatever, whatever you want, too. Tim, we got you.
But like,
but it's like the handshake that goes into the back.
Yeah, we can do that too. But seriously though, we are your friends, and Tim, my friend, buddy, show me your spreadsheet.
Friends don't let friends not see spreadsheets.
Exactly. Seriously, though, that's a really nice review.
is
Thank
Yeah,
you.
really, like,
oh my
legit.
gosh. And both of these, I mean, come on, you guys. You are the nicest people in the world, and I can't handle any of you.
Totally.
Thank you guys. So thank you so much. Seriously though. So apparently, that's going to lead us into if you want to tell us that we're your friends as well, you can find us on all the social medias, all of them. On Instagram and Twitter, we're Plumbobcast. On Reddit, we're Plumbob Podcast. On Facebook and Tumblr, we're Under the Plumbob Podcast. If you forgot all of that, or you don't like, I'm not writing this down, I'm driving, Vanity. It's cool. Go to undertheplumbob.com and you'll see all of it. And you can contact us there too, which means you can email us your ideas for what we should call y'all. And also for what's that word? Your fails. Send us your fails via the email, via any other, slide into those DMs, just like, loop, loop, loop into those DMs and tell us your fails. Whatever you want, ma'am. We want to hear from you because we want to be able to shout you out. And if you do, by the way, side note, slide into those DMs or slide into our Gmail, let us know if we can use your name or what name you want us to use or how you want us to address you. If you want to be addressed as like his Lord Simmer, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. We got you.
Got you.
We're also on Twitch and YouTube. Roxy is doing the toddlers thing is on YouTube. It's on YouTube, right? Yeah, on YouTube. And it's hilarious. So
I love just Roxy and Melissa's just full out sarcastic like commentary while playing this game. It's totally like in Sesame Street, the two old guys who are in the like theater who are just mocking everybody.
Oh yeah, the hecklers.
Not Sesame Street, the Muppets.
Statler and Waldorf.
Yeah, that's literally what it feels like because you're just watching this chaos and just two people just sarcastically making jokes and laughing. It's so funny.
Yeah, so if we are Plumbob Podcast on YouTube and also on Under the Plumbob Podcast on Twitch. So if you want to see that hilarious YouTube series about the toddler challenge, go to YouTube, Plumbob Podcast, subscribe and hit the little like button or whatever and share it with your friends. Also, the big guys, make sure that you subscribe, rate, and review our stuff as well, because that's how people know that we exist, and that's how we know that you know that we exist. Okay? So iTunes, apparently that's where people care the most for ratings-wise, but still, review and subscribe iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Play. So if you have a server that you use that we're not on, you let us know. We will find a way to put ourselves on there. But
yeah, we do that for our friends.
And
yeah, it's like we have the popularity aspiration and we just want more friends.
It is. It's true. So friends, do that. Like and rate and review and subscribe and share it with your friends so we can all be friends. Because you know who needs more friends? Everyone. And we're good friends too. We're not the bad ones that talk shit about you.
Oh no. Mostly because you hear all of our conversations, so we couldn't really talk shit about you if we wanted to.
Truth nugget.
I'm sorry, that was rude. The salt.
That was hilarious. The salt. Oh man. Okay. So also we want to really thank Roxy and Rebecca for your lovely stories and your pictures and you're telling us
and doing the challenge. It's hard work.
That shit sucked, and I'm super happy for you guys. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the what is that sim.
Oh yeah, James Turner Sim Supply. Yep. Yeah, his website is super nice. Thank you to Plumbella just for existing, even though I really wanted to use your name, but that's okay. You're smart, so you got it first. You deserve it.
We also Carl, just because we always thank Carl for reasons. Love you, Carl.
And since you mentioned Carl, I feel like I should mention Jerry Martin again because he is my Carl.
So don't forget to go to boombamboom.com and get that free music, y'all.
Boom, bam, boom. I like that website name.
And you know what? You know what? I'm going to thank Tim. Tim is my Carl. So there you go. Thanks, Tim. Thank you for putting us above payday.
I'm so down for that. I do. Oh, Tim, you'll be Marissa's Carl. Are you excited? I'm excited for you.
She's going to thank you in every episode now.
Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Tim from Seattle-ish. That should be a place, Seattle-ish.
Tim from Seattle adjacent. All right. And also, seriously, on a serious note, the biggest thank you of all goes to you guys for listening. We know that you have your choice in podcasts to listen to, and we really are grateful that you add us to your lineup. Like, thanks, guys.
In the end, it's like you're spending an hour of your life every week, like listening to us, and that means a lot to us. So thank you.
Oh yeah. And just the fact that we as a collective group are not all crazy is so nice, because we've all done the spreadsheets, the what just happened, all of these crazy things, and to kind of get confirmation from each other that, hey, I do the same thing. It's just, gives you the warm and fuzzies.
Nice. It is nice.
All right. On that note, we are going to go ahead and go. So go back to the real world, guys.
Yep. See you guys.
Bye.
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 Badish. Dag dag.